beautiful thing about minimalism is that it is your own journey. It's not a journey to go and touch other people's stuff. Today's video is going to be how to respect other people's things. Stop decluttering other people's stuff. Hey there, my handsome and pretty little Cobras, and welcome back to the Cobras Nest. For those of you who are new, my name is Mignon Cobra, and I make minimalist videos. So without further ado, let's just get into the video. Let's get it, let's go. Woo! If you want to consider subscribing to my channel, I make videos on frugality and minimalism. If you haven't done so yet, hit the like button as this helps out the algorithm. You can check out my Instagram to see my daily life and see what's good. The beautiful thing about minimalism is that it is your own journey. It's not a journey to go and touch other people's stuff. I originally got this idea from a subscriber, I think about 2 years ago. I'm so late to the game. But 2 years ago, she told me that she couldn't stop decluttering her grandma's things, and she didn't know what to do because she felt like her grandma was a hoarder and had too many things, and it was her responsibility to take care of her grandma's stuff and enlighten her grandma to the minimalism ways. And I just want to say thank you to that subscriber for having been vulnerable and share that story with me. And I just wanted to use this example not to shame her or her grandma or her decluttering or minimalism journey, but rather to illustrate that when we get into the depths of the beauty of minimalism, it's really easy to get caught up in the hype of it and see all the benefits and want to share it with our loved ones and think that, you know what, minimalism has really benefited me and it's definitely going to help, you know, my nonna, and I'm going to get rid of those nasty curtains. But the thing is, minimalism is a personal journey, and we shouldn't touch people's things, mainly out of respect and love for their things. I don't think any of us would be happy if we came home and we found that our significant other had taken our things and thrown it out and said, oh, I did it for you because I love you. I don't think any of us would be all that pleased. So I'm going to be giving you guys 5 tips on what to do if you have the decluttering bug to want to declutter other people's things. Number 1, post an ad offering your services. If you feel like, you know what, you're a little bit addicted to minimalism and decluttering and you just want to keep going and you don't have any more stuff to declutter and you want to declutter somebody else's things, what you can do is you can offer your services to help out somebody who does want your services, who is in need of your minimalism assistance. So you can post these ads on, I know in Canada you can post it on Kijiji, and you can go and you can help somebody out. Maybe they're planning a garage sale, or they're moving, or they just, you know, want to do a good old declutter. So you can go and you can help them out. You can offer your services for free. Maybe they're willing to pay you. I don't know. You can negotiate, see what's good. But I think it would be better to help somebody else out who does want your help rather than an unwilling victim who happens to live in your home. Number 2, sit down, discuss with the other person. See, the thing is, it's your opinion about their thing. So if you feel a certain kind of way about things, I think it's extremely important that you must sit down and talk with that other person. It's not your things to touch. And I say all of these things because I have made these mistakes. I am so ashamed, but I have made these mistakes. For the most part, I never touched Will's stuff, but there were times, maybe like 1 or 2 times, I really felt like I wanted to touch his things, or I would use the guise of I'm organizing his things to touch his things, but in reality, nobody really appreciates it. It's much better for you to sit down and let them know how you feel. Maybe you want to tell them, honestly, I think your, I don't know, figurine collection has gotten out of control and it's spilling into the communal area. Maybe we could help organize this. A personal example I can think of is that since Will is like a sneakerhead, he did have a lot of shoes and it was hard to get in through the front door with all of his shoes. So I never once threw out any of his shoes. Instead, I sat down and I talked with him and I told him that I think that 20 pairs is getting a little bit excessive. Maybe we could organize the shoes, put some shoes away, maybe stop buying shoes for the time being. But the most important thing that I did was I sat down and I discussed with the other person because it's their things and not yours to touch. Number 3, for couples living together, discuss and compromise. I think this principle can be applied to everyone. Mainly I said couples because that's the living conditions I have experienced for the majority of my minimalism journey. I started my minimalism journey while I was in China, so I lived with just Will. Actually, I have spent 1 year with Will and his family and what that's been like, and so I guess I can include family in this too. But when it comes to living with other people in terms of minimalism and all of that good stuff, is you have to compromise. Just because you want things to be a certain way doesn't mean that it has to be that way for the other people involved. Just because you're in love with minimalism doesn't mean everybody else is in love with minimalism. Some people like abundance. Some people feel comfortable in the security of their material possessions, and it isn't our place to tell others how to live. So for example, maybe the pillows on the couch irritate you, but those are not your pillows to touch. Those are the family's pillows on the couch. So you have to compromise, and again, through compromise, you have to sit down and discuss with people, and some things you give and take. Maybe you decide, you know what, through a discussion, the bathroom is an area that's communal and you all decide you're going to keep that area minimal and clean, but the living space is going to have all the pillows on the couch, and you just gotta compromise. That's pretty much That's pretty much the only thing that's going to keep everybody sane in a household. What you can do is you can find your own area that's your own space, whether it be your room or your desk, and that is your designated area to do with what you want and live and fulfill your minimalism dreams. And in communal areas, respect and compromise. Number 4, assigning areas that are communal. So as I touched upon in my last point, discuss with people and figure out what areas are communal and what areas are other people's places and what areas are your places. Places that are communal, you guys can compromise. Areas that are somebody else's space, do not touch it. Don't go there, don't fiddle around under the guise of organizing or helping them out. Just don't go there, leave other people's things alone. Instead, focus on your area. Where your area is, you can definitely apply all the minimal principles that you want, and you can go totally ham. You can literally own a desk and nothing on the countertop. It's your haven, it's your space. Just like you want that area respected, you should also respect the area of other people's places. Alright, and number 5, lead by example only. As much as minimalism has altered your life for the better and has just been the most wonderful thing that has happened to you since sliced bread, you don't want to impose your values onto others. You don't want to be telling somebody and shoving it down their throat. They're not going to appreciate it. Instead, the best way to show somebody how wonderful something is just to lead by example. So what I do is, for myself, I've never been one to like to tell other people how to live their lives. I think everybody is entitled to living their own lives. So I've always just kind of done me, and if anybody has ever asked for help or tips, I've been more than willing to share. But for the most part, I think it's just always better to do you and to do well, and then others will see, wow, that's actually pretty awesome. I like what's going on in that person's life, and in turn that might motivate them or inspire them to follow suit. But if they're not interested in what's working for you, please understand and respect that everybody's on their own journey, and it's okay if not everybody is into minimalism the way you are. You just keep doing you, boo. If it really is as good as it is for you, be happy that it has entered your life, and use these principles to better your life so that you're in a better position to help and support others in their dreams, regardless that their dreams may not be the same minimalism dreams as yours. Okay, so we have concluded the video. Thank you so much for having taken the time to watch, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye!